Hello and welcome to part 2 of this series. We will be adding the hourly weather data to our web app. It will be a 24-hour cycle that starts with the current hour and continues through to the next 24 hours. You need to watch part 1 before you can continue. So let us get started. First, we will declare and initialize the hourly data variable using a useState hook. The hourly data is first initialized as null, but this will change once we fetch the data from the backend. The useState hook will initialize a variable called hourly data. The useEffect hook is used to run side effects, in this case, fetching data. It will run only once because we will create an empty dependency array. Next, we will use a fetch function in order to retrieve the hourly weather data from the backend. The URL points to the endpoint we created in the NodeJS application. /hourly_weather specifies which endpoint we want. Next, convert the response from the backend to JSON. Once the JSON data is ready, it is logged to the console and the setHourlyData variable is called to update the hourly data state. Next, if an error occurs during the fetch, it logs an error message to the console. Next, we will create a function to format a timestamp called timestring into a 24-hour format. This will be used to format the time we get from the backend into something that can be viewed by the user. Create a date variable using the given string timestring. Get the hours from the date, but ensure that it is returned as 2 digits. The appended string at the end is so that the hour is correctly formatted. The purpose of this function is to extract weather data for the next 24 hours starting from the current hour. Did an instance of the current date and time. Get the current hour from the current date. Create a variable called startIndex and initialize it with the current hour variable. Now, using the slice function, we will return an object similar to hourly data, but this object will have the data starting from the current time to the next 24 hours. We will use this object when displaying the data in HTML. This is merely to display a loading message until the web page is loaded. We will add the hourly data container below the current weather data. Let us first add the CSS for the hourly data. Add the following CSS beneath the current weather CSS. Display the heading Hourly Weather in the top left corner of the container. Add a div and give it the class name hourly-mandate. Ensure the hourly data object is truthy. This prevents rendering before the data is loaded. Using getNext24Hours function, retrieve the weather data for the next 24 hours. The map function iterates through the 24-hour data and creates an individual card div for each hour. Add the hourly-card class. The key prop ensures efficient rendering by React. Call the formatTime function to display the hour in the desired format. Now we will display the weather icon corresponding to our .image. But if the image is not available, a placeholder image is used. IL provides descriptive text for accessibility. Display the rounded temperature value followed by its unit. Use a water droplet icon to indicate precipitation probability, then display the percentage. Display the rounded wind speed in kilometers per hour. Use an arrow icon to indicate wind direction. Rotate the arrow icon based on our .wind direction to match the wind's direction in degrees. Add extra CSS to format the icon. Ensure the back end is running first before you run the front end.